Hi everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to Bali, Indonesia. Finally, I'm not in Moscow, and I thought I'd do a little bit of a hotel review for you at the place where I'm staying right behind me. Let's go check it out together, shall we? The hotel we're going to go and have a look at is called Zest by Swiss-Bel. Pretty sure that's the management company. And it's very well known for this lime green color. Now it is actually at this intersection, which isn't particularly busy. Lots of motorbikes in Indonesia. And if there's any electricians watching, maybe look away now. Have a look at the wires here on the overhead power lines. This is fairly common in most parts of Asia, and how they put them together like this. And there is actually plenty of bars and cafes nearby, literally walking distance. And there's one across the road here, and then more hotels. There's actually a fairly big resort here called Jayakarta. And if you want to go to the beach from here, you just walk through their car park and then hotel, and you're at the very famous Legian beach. It would be around about 8-minute walk to the beach. So you're not really all that far away, and you're nice and close at the same time. I will put a link to the hotel in the description of the video, so if you want to have a look at it closer or have a look at the prices. It's always interesting when you look at hotels on websites, they talk about parking available, and the more common form of transport in Bali is motorbikes. So there's always plenty of motorbikes parked up outside, and a lot of these are actually people who are staying here. You can do daily rental or weekly rental, and I was hoping for this to flash up. It's showing the daily rate for the rooms here, which is 480,000 rupiah, which is right about $50 Australian, and I think that's probably about 40 US dollars. Now this is probably not so traditional Balinese style. This is more like a hotel that you'd see in America, and this is a 3-level hotel, and it's actually got a rooftop pool. And I think if you've already clicked the video, you've probably seen that, because that's pretty much the main draw card of this place, apart from the fact we're so close to the beach. One thing I do want to point out is they've got scales right here to weigh your luggage. So if you're heading to the airport and you want to check your luggage weight, not all the hotels in Bali have that, so it's definitely worth looking out for it, no matter where you stay. This is the lobby here. They've got the nice ladies that can help you, and this is manned 24 hours a day. And now the beautiful ladies here today, and then if you're coming in the evening time, maybe the gentlemen are on duty. What I'll do, I'll actually show you the restaurant first. We'll go up and see the pool, and then we'll go and see one of the rooms. So there is actually a very big bar here, which is very rarely that busy, and it's pretty much just people who are staying here that use this restaurant. And you know, definitely they've got a menu. You could actually order food. They even have an ice cream fridge. And then what you can do is just sit on these tables and chairs here and people watch. And it's a very popular thing to do in Bali, particularly where you've got a hotel or a restaurant by the roads. Plenty of places to sit. It's rarely very full. It's still early here, so this is basically breakfast time come lunchtime. So a lot of people are probably still having breakfast, or maybe having lunch by now, but there's plenty of places to sit and relax. Now the sun is starting to come out now, so it's warming up a little, but plenty of seating. I've actually never had a drink at the bar in all the times I've stayed here, because there's so many bars nearby. They do like to overbuild them here, and the kitchen for the restaurant's off in the distance at the back there. Coming back around to the elevators. So there's 3 levels of rooms, and then the upper level will be the pool, which is where we're going to go now. So it's nice they've actually got elevators or lifts. So let's go up and check out the pool. Before we do jump in the elevator, I just noticed here there's a sign saying sunset barbecue in the sky, and you'll understand once we get up there But for only 10 Australian dollars a person, I'd say it's an unlimited barbecue with salads and a cocktail or a glass of wine for 10 Australian dollars. The actual restaurant here is called Jane. Pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Pretty sure most people wouldn't actually know the name of the restaurant, but you can find it on Google Maps. So we're gonna head up in the elevator up to the 3rd level. And to get up to the pool, there's actually some steps, which is really not that difficult. They can't build the elevator to go right out the pool. So we're gonna go for a walk and we're gonna be seeing the pool very soon. So when you come out of the elevator here, it's got rooftop swimming pool and then some steps to navigate. And it's very easy. Of course, if you're staying here, you'd learn this very quickly how to get there. And it's literally just, I think about 20 steps to get upstairs. I think we'll walk outside and experience it together because I really like this hotel for this rooftop pool. You can actually see the ocean literally behind Jakarta Hotel. You can probably see it just there. That is the famous Legian beach and then Kuta beach ultimately. And there's this little garden area here where they've actually got outdoor showers. So if you want to use that. And there's also the bathrooms as well, so you don't have to go back down to your room to use the bathrooms, which is always nice. And then, this is what we want to see. And depending on what you're watching in the world, this is what pretty much about $40 a night gets you here in Bali. This rooftop pool. There is literally one couple here. And you've got the rest of this upstairs deck to yourself. And just a little bit of a view here out over some of the other hotels. They do have height restrictions in Bali for how big they can build things, so it doesn't disrupt the view. This is an infinity pool. It's absolutely beautiful. And they've got these umbrellas, so you can literally just chill here and relax and enjoy staring at this pool all afternoon and contemplating maybe what's for lunch or what's for dinner, or if you're going to go and see the famous Kuta sunset. They do actually have a pool bar here, but it's quite often not manned or ladied, but they have a phone on the wall and you give it a call down to the reception. And essentially anything on the menu from the restaurant or from the bar, they'll bring it up here within a few minutes. And you can have lunch up here. They've actually got 3-drink cocktail promotion. So they're not holding back on offering how many drinks you can have. And you can see the view here now. Of course, from this upstairs, you're going to see the rooftops of other hotels. But you can see all the way down to Kuta way off in the distance, and then there's the very big statue way off on the horizon. So yeah, it's a nice view from up here. I like it. I can come up here and just relax. You've actually got this extra little deck up here, which really nobody uses, and it's almost the secret of Legian, I think. You know, it's not a big place. There's only 40 rooms in the whole hotel, so it's not going to be that busy with people either. Even if you think about 2 to a room, that's 80 people, and I don't think it's really ever full, maybe apart from high season. Have a look at that ocean off in the distance, and then this infinity pool. You'd walk around on the main street downstairs and just not even think this is up here. Did the calculation on the price of the rooms, and based on the walk-up room rate, which was 480,000 rupiah, it's $29.47 US a night, and that includes breakfast and this amazing pool right beside me here. Perhaps it's out of season for the frangipani tree to flower, but what a view. One last look at this pool before we head on down and have a look at one of the rooms. I never get tired of sitting here and staring out at this pool. I'm back now on the 3rd level, which is the one underneath the pool. And to make it easy to go to see one of the rooms, I've actually got the door already on the latch. It's actually a key card entry, so nice and safe. And you can actually request 2 cards. So if you're coming with another person, definitely ask them for a second room key so that you can not have to worry who's hanging on to the key, who's letting you in the room. Now, for $30 a night, including breakfast, what do you think? Now, the rooms come either in queen or king size. Now, I never know the difference in the size of the bed. I'm pretty sure this is the king size bed. But what they tend to do is they've got it on 2 mattresses, so they can actually set it up as a twin room as well. So if you're coming as 2 friends, you can then get 2 single beds. There is a safe in the room. This little shelf is to lay your suitcase down on. And then with a lot of the budget hotels, they've got open wardrobes, so there's hangers there to put your clothes on. And the air condition is turned on and nice and cold. TV in the room if you want to watch local TV. There is actually international stations, and there's a TV list here. That's your remote and then your air conditioning. There is plugs by the bed, which is very nice if you want to charge devices. Extra chair over here. Now, this one does have a street view, and you can of course open the windows. Of course, we're a little bit lower down now, so maybe it's not a beautiful view, but I think you aren't necessarily going to be looking outside from here. Desk here if you need to do some work or use your computer. And they include a couple of bottles of water. That's pretty standard in Bali and across Indonesia. So yeah, what do you think of the room? $30 a night, or just under $50 a night Australian. There is a fridge as well, so if you want to put a couple of drinks in there. Fridges don't work the best here. They're working just enough to keep your drinks cold. Oh, let's have a look at that air conditioning. It's definitely nice and cold. I like to leave mine on even when I'm not in the room. When I come back, it's nice and cool. So yeah, very basic kitchen, bathroom. There is actually even a little amenities kit right there. I think nothing really to show with the toilet and the shower as well. Nice and spacious. Really pretty much everything you need in I would call this a budget hotel. You know, it's probably 3 or 4 stars. I always don't judge the number of stars in Indonesian hotels because they seem to be a little bit making up their own number of stars. You can actually find some English stations on the TV here as well, if you happen to want to sit and watch TV. But yeah, big bed. And the pillows are very nice and comfy. As I walk on out of the hotel, I am actually staying here, but that wasn't my room, of course. I didn't want to show you all of my things everywhere in the room. So I was very fortunate to be able to go see another room. Mine was actually exactly the same as that one. And I thought I'd just give you my closing thoughts on this place. I mean, I discovered this a couple of years ago, and I pretty much used it as a bit of a stopgap, where I've come just for a day or two, either arriving into Bali or leaving. But you can definitely meet people here who stay for a week or 2 weeks, because it's a budget, reasonably priced hotel, and you get breakfast included, and you get to have that nice pool up on the roof. So yeah, I mean, definitely somewhere where I'd recommend and where I'd come back to. I mean, it isn't Balinese style, you know, that traditional resort style. It's definitely a more compact hotel, but it's got everything you need. There is probably 20 or 30 restaurants within walking distance. There is shops and souvenir shops until you're broke, basically. So yeah, there's everything you need, and I think for the price, I think more than worth the value. And from here to get to the airport, depending on traffic, about 15 or 20 minutes. by taxi or by car, so it's not that far. It's definitely in the area of Legian, so Kuta is a little bit further this way, and the next area this way would be Seminyak, so if you maybe have heard these names. So I will put a link to the description for the hotel, so if you want to check it out yourself, you're more than welcome to. Can't really mention my name because they'll probably forget me after I leave this afternoon. If you want to post a comment, let me know what you think. Do you like these hotel reviews? I mean, they're a little bit longer, of course, but this is the way I like to do them. Give it a thumbs up. Then if you want to follow me on Telegram, my link is coming up right here. I post a lot of my day-to-day things. I even put photos of my breakfast today on Telegram. And if you want to watch an older video on the channel, click this link. You can keep traveling with Russell and watch something you haven't seen before. From the beautiful island of Bali, Indonesia, I'm off on another adventure. Bye, everybody.